Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we help you make sense of the numbers that matter to your money. Today we are looking at a filing from 5E Advanced Materials Incorporated, and let me tell you, it seems like they are getting ready for a big party, or maybe just a really important business meeting. Stick around to find out why. Alright, so what we have here is a simple current report and 8K form. Think of it as a company S way of quickly telling the public about significant events that they are required to report. It is not a regular in-depth look at their finances like a quarterly or annual report, but rather a heads up on important developments. The company we are looking at is called 5E Advanced Materials Incorporated. They are incorporated in Delaware and their ticker symbol is FEAM. Now the main reason for this filing is to announce the date for their 2025 annual meeting of stockholders. This is officially set to take place on the 8th of December 2025. This is the day when shareholders, the owners of the company, get together to discuss company business, vote on important matters, and hear from the management. And get this year's meeting will be held entirely online, so no need to dress up or travel. You can join from the comfort of your own home or office. They promise to share all the details on how to log in, vote, and ask questions closer to the date in their official proxy statement. Now, if any stockholders want to propose their own business or nominate someone for the board of directors at this meeting, they need to give the company a heads up well in advance. The deadline to submit any such proposals or nominations is the 13th of October, 2025. That is exactly 10 days after this announcement. This is pretty standard practice to give the company enough time to review everything and prepare for the meeting. They mentioned that these proposals need to follow specific rules laid out in the company S bylaws, which are basically the company S internal rulebook. Just a quick bit of background for you. The main type of ownership in this company is their common stock. They also tell us that FEAM is traded on a major stock exchange called the Nasdaq Global Select Market. This is good to know because it means the company is subject to stricter rules and regulations than smaller companies not listed on major exchanges. The company is also checking a box to identify itself as an emerging growth company. This means they are a newer company and are allowed to follow some slightly different accounting and disclosure rules, often with a bit more flexibility for a certain period. They have also elected not to use the extended transition period for complying with new or revised financial accounting standards, which basically means they want to keep up with the latest accounting rules as soon as possible. Now, while this filing itself is not a deep dive into their financials, it is important to understand that the date of the annual meeting and the deadlines for proposals are crucial for investors. They signal that important decisions are on the horizon. For 5E Advanced Materials, knowing the annual meeting date is like setting a deadline for their strategic planning for the coming year. What kind of business will be brought up for a vote? What nominations for directors will be put forward? These are the things that can significantly impact the company S direction. Looking at this filing purely from a strategic standpoint, announcing the annual meeting date and the proxy submission deadline is a way for the company to manage the process and ensure they have a clear agenda for the shareholder gathering. It also gives the management time to prepare their arguments and proposals to present to the investors. For shareholders, it is a clear signal to watch out for the definitive proxy statement, which will contain all the information needed to make informed decisions at the meeting. The fact that they are holding it virtually is also a modern approach that can increase shareholder participation, though sometimes it can make it harder to gauge true sentiment compared to an in-person gathering. In essence, this 8K filing is less about the current financial health and more about the established timeline for shareholder governance. It is the setup for future discussions and potential changes within the company, and investors should be paying close attention to the proxy statement when it is released to understand exactly what will be on the table for discussion and voting at the December meeting. Alright, that is our quick decode of this 8K filing. What are your thoughts on the upcoming annual meeting and the implications of an all-virtual format? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more simplified financial insights. And as always, check out the link in the description for our Discord community where we discuss these filings and more. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.